Yes. Okay. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. I had to pretend like I didn't know that applause was coming, but we're cool. We're cool now. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like I had mentioned just a few minutes ago before we were on camera, you being here is why I am able to stand in front of you and stand in my purpose. So welcome to your social media boot camp. And I don't want to say I'm a mind reader, but I know why you're here. Now, you might think you're here because you want to learn about social media, and you might think you're here because you want to learn how to get more followers and how to get more engagement. But I know why you're really here. And you are really here because you became passionate about an idea. Now, your idea is different than my idea. Some of you guys are passionate about being henna artists, makeup artists, photographers, graphic designers, professional speakers, direct sellers. You became really passionate about an idea. And then, when you became passionate about an idea, you became fixated on hope. And this idea of hope, hope that you could be your own boss, hope that you could make your own rules, and hope, quite honestly, that you would be able to make your friends or your family or even your children proud of what it is that you do. So we started off with passion, we moved to hope, and I am here to tell you that you are right. Your passion and hope are going to be the foundation for you to get you to where you want to go. So I want you, at the start of this class, to trust that feeling. To trust your intuition, that your passion and the hope that many of you have invested to be here today are going to get you to where you want to go. So here we are, right? It's warm and fuzzy. I'm passionate about this thing that I got to do. I got hope. I'm going to make people proud. I'm listening to my intuition. And then we have this wild idea that you could teach other people how to become henna artists, that you could sell personalized pillows and blankets, that you could be an Amazon retail specialist. This wild idea, and you wonder, can I really do it? And the idea is staring back at you saying, baby, it's time to dream. Okay, so you're feeling yourself, right? Got the Beyonce track going, I'm feeling myself. Yes, you are. Okay, that's where we know where we're going. And then all of a sudden you realize, I have to tell people about this passion. I have to tell people about this hope. And then you have to start your business. And once you start your business, and when you start telling people what you want to do, you start realizing, oh, it's not enough to be good at what I do. I can't just be a good photographer. I can't just be a good artist. I can't just be a good direct seller. Why? There's tens of thousands, if not millions, of people who are trying to do what I want to do. It is not enough to be good. So, you came to the realization that you needed to change from being a hobbyist, somebody who's passionate about what it is that you do, to being a professional. Because friends, it is not the same of owning a business as it is the same of running a business. So, sometimes running a business is scary. Sometimes running a business makes you feel very alone. And sometimes running a business makes you feel a little scared. Right? Like, people think I'm crazy. People think I'm crazy, that I want to do this thing, that I'm underqualified, underprepared, underfunded, underconnected, and like, I'm still showing up, trying to be on social media, like, I got things together, guys, don't worry. Okay, but that is what it means to be an entrepreneur. Like, we're crazy. Like, we all signed up for this, right? Like, we can't be like, why is this happening to me? No, we all started our business, and we all knew that we were going to make changes. We were going to accept risk so that we can get rewards. That we were going to stand in our purpose and understand that profitability might not come for a little while. When you're an entrepreneur, you're saying, I'm going to stand in courage far before I have confidence. Because confidence doesn't come before courage. You only get confidence when you remain undaunted to courageously stand up and say, this isn't a really good day to be a business owner, and yet I still survive. Because I can't help but think that many of us are here with this understanding that what got us here won't get us to where we want to go. And that's the truth of the matter, is that if you feel like you got your business and you can't grow, it's because the same actions and behavior will only get you this result. So today is about finding what is the next thing that I have to do. And the next 3 days are going to be what are the next thing and the next thing and the next thing that I have to do to make me so wildly uncomfortable that I'm like, it's impossible for me to stay the same. I know that you came, and I know that people watching at home are here because they say, I'm ready to evolve. I'm ready to say I am tired of doing the same thing again and again and expecting a different result. Because that's the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing again and again and being like, why isn't it different? You're only doing the same thing, baby. So today, we have to make the commitment to do something different. So this is your chance to grow. This is your chance to say, I'm not gonna mess around anymore. And if you say I'm not gonna mess around anymore, then that's an exchange. So this class, I wanna make it very clear who it is not for. If you're watching this class, or if you're in this room and you're doubting that this is a possibility for you, this is not for you. If you are uncertain that your investment of time is gonna be well spent, and you're thinking that now in the first 3 minutes of this class, this is not for you. I am all about being 100, so that when you get to the end of the class and be like, I'm just not sure, I didn't get what I wanted. Well, you know from straight out. If you're uncertain at the beginning, you will be uncertain at the end. Straight out. Lastly, this class is not for those who are lazy. People say, Jasmine, you talk too fast. No, you listen slow. Get your pens out, okay. Because I have 3 days with you. I am going to maximize all of this. And y'all can watch this on a replay. You guys can slow down how I speak. So if you are lazy, if you are uncertain, or if you are doubting, you know where the door is. And people watching online, you know where the little click away button is. Okay, so who is this class for? This class is for those who take action. I am here for the doers and the dreamers and the believers, even though people look at us like we're downright crazy. I'm here for entrepreneurs who are tired of not getting what they want from social media. Y'all see other people using it and you're like, why isn't it not working the same for me? This is for entrepreneurs who know that they can get more sales on social media. If you don't believe that you can get sales on social media, you know where the button is and you know where the door is. I'm standing before you in a room of people who are successfully getting sales saying, this is the wave of the future. So get a surfboard and hop right on. It is for people who have a message to share and they want more visibility. If any of this has described you, you are in the right place. So, because I'm saying we know who it is not for, and now we know who it is for, I have to make a promise to you. Why are you going to spend 3 days with me? My promise to you is that if you give me 3 days in this boot camp, I will give you a social media marketing system that gets results. I don't want you wasting time, and I don't want you getting another to-do list of more things to do, right? I don't want to give you a to-do list. I want to show you a path to results. Can I get an amen? Because I need more energy. I'm like dying up here. Y'all. So this is important. I need y'all to commit to the 3 days because this system builds on top of each other. I cannot, at the end of 3 days, be like, Jasmine, I missed day 2, but I really just like what you said on day 1, and I liked what you said at the end of day 3. No, baby, this is a system. That is like me giving you a Lego box and you saying, I'm just gonna choose these sets and be like, Jasmine, why didn't the toy come out the way that I wanted? Because you didn't use all the pieces. So this is my commitment. I will get you results. You gotta commit to the Creative Live Lego set of building a business. Okay, so in the end, it will be impossible for you to get the results without doing the work in the system. So my promise, you get results. Your promise to me, I'm gonna commit to the 3 days and I'm gonna continue to show up. So how do we want to ensure that this class is for you? Engage with us. Please tag Creative Live. Please tag Jasmine Star. Our hashtag is Your Social Media Bootcamp. So I like to keep things a little bit fun. One of the trashiest shows I love watching, late night television. It's terrible, terrible. Andy Bravo, okay, late night television. He has a drinking game. I proposed that to Creative Live, and they're like, Jasmine, you're going live at 9 a.m. in the morning? I was like, it's 5 o'clock in Australia, maybe. So I was like, drinking game alert every time I say Instagram, and then everybody would be plastered by 11. So they're like, we're not gonna do that. What I would love to do is, in between our sessions, if people who are watching at home and people who are here, take a picture. We're gonna start this morning. You are watching Your Social Media Bootcamp. Take a picture of what you are drinking as you are watching. And of course, it's not gonna be alcoholic. We have tea, matcha, coffee, whatever floats your boat. Take a picture, tag us, because we are going to be featuring your accounts online and in class. Also, ask questions. We have a lot of time for Q&A because I understand that I give like these big esoteric 30,000-foot views of what we should be doing. Then we make it granular with Q&A. Y'all are representing the online audience, so your questions are so important. We will be taking them from online, but yours are important because we're gonna go to you first. Now, I don't know if it's because I talk fast. Yesterday I was talking to one of the producers, and it was Kathy, and I said, you know what, I came out of the womb and like I told my mom, you could have done it a little better. It's just how I speak. Like, I've been talking this way since I was like 4, and I come across like, hey guys, this is how it's always going. On the inside, I'm dying 1,000 deaths. So I want to be very clear that what happened a couple slides ago, I was like, I made you a big promise. In 3 days, you get results, right? And you guys are like, okay, okay. And then some people at home were like, 3 days? I don't know. Okay. I made a promise of 3 days. But what if I said it could happen overnight? What if I said that this system will get you results overnight? What if you had a Facebook page that nobody was really engaging with, right? Like, it's there, no one's really leaving likes, and no one's really leaving comments, and like, on the real, you probably know you're not really sprinkling the love that you need on this page. And so it's there, and it's functioning. But what if I told you that in 3 days that you could start reviving it? Like, you can breathe new life into an old page where nobody is taking action. Now, if you don't believe me, I'm going to challenge you and invite you to send me the following direct message. After building out a system in 3 days, 1 day later, you send me this. We are so pumped. Our first post asking everyone else what everyone else is celebrating, we just posted an hour ago, and we are at 15 comments and 10 likes on Facebook. So I'm going to make a biblical allusion to Lazarus, who just rised up from the dead. This page was doing nothing. And 1 day later, they're like, whoa, people are talking. Like, people are still on Facebook? Yeah, y'all. Do you have a system? Now, what would it feel and look like to get these results? Well, these results aren't like happenstance, like, oh, jolly gee, we had a good post. This is quantifiable. I am building a legit business because now I know how to show up. Now, my question to you is, do you believe that you can get the same results? Because if you go into this class and you automatically think, I can't do that, you will never be able to do that. So my invitation to you is, please, can you commit and say, I believe I can get that? That's going to be the first of many steps. I believe I can get the engagement that I want on Instagram, on Facebook. So once we get there, in the back of your mind, you might be saying, well, that maybe works for them because they have more followers. Jasmine, I don't have a lot of followers. Okay, my question then becomes to you, do you have more than 3 followers? If you have more than 3 followers, what would it look like if I said after applying the system for 30 days, she experienced an 8,000% growth? That happens. Now, the question then becomes, do you believe it can happen for you? That's going to be the main thing. We're going to talk to you about how all of this happened. That's what these whole 30 days are all about. You're going to learn everything. So, I have been teaching this system in pieces for many years, thousands of business owners that I'm so happy to connect with. Now, whenever I say, hey guys, this is the way, the yellow brick road, let's get to Oz. It's on a golden path. Here we go. Are you ready? People are like, yeah. And then about 2 weeks later, I hear, this is really hard. I just don't know if it's for me. You know, Jasmine, this is like taking too long. I was like, 14 days? That's a really long time in a lifetime of 80 years. I know. I'm talking, Jasmine, I'm talking. Am I mean? I just speak my truth. 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 And I wonder if people are like laughing because we've all experienced that. It's like, it's not happening fast enough. That's like you going on your diet after the new year and be like, 4 days in, why am I not down 20 pounds? You're not doing the work, right? So we got to do the work, and the work takes time. Because you say, I'm talking, nobody's talking back to me. Does anybody care what I'm saying? And I was like, okay. So then I had this idea that I got tired of hearing the same excuses again and again. And my dad, he's a Marine, hoorah. He's a very, very, very no-nonsense immigrant from Mexico. And he's always taught us that you will find excuses why you can't get what you want. Or you will find reasons why you can. So today, for the next 3 days, will you fight for the reasons it is possible instead of fighting for the excuses as to why it will not happen for you? So I got sick and tired of being sick and tired of hearing the same dang thing, and I was like, okay, who would be crazy enough to let me do this 3-day experiment with some business owners? And who could I collaborate with that would believe in this crazy idea? Who was crazy enough to believe in me? And that was Creative Live. So I was like, hey guys, kind of have this idea. And at first, it just floated. And I believe in just saying things without any expectation. About 3 or 4 months later, I approached them again, and they said, Jasmine, submit a proposal, what you think this would look like. So they asked for the proposal, they reviewed the proposal, I had 2 to 3 conversations, and then they agreed. Now, I have to take a second and let you guys know that Creative Live gets it. There is this democratization of education that I haven't really experienced in other platforms, because what they say is while we broadcast, we show everything for free. We will give you a taste and sample of everything far before you decide to invest. That is education for the people and of the people. I have not experienced that anywhere else. They believe that 100% of the content should be shared openly. And they believe that there is a creator in all of us. And that is why this collaboration has worked really well. So with support like that, how could we possibly go wrong? So they say, yes, let's do it. And then who's gonna be crazy enough to volunteer to have their business picked apart by me? And so then I put it out on social like, hey, I'm gonna be doing some makeovers. And I put it out on social media because where else would I put it out, right? Put it out on social. We had so many people apply. The producers at Creative Live whittled down, had interviews, and we have 2 businesses that are crazy to open their businesses to us so that you can see what is possible. So they are perfect, and the reason why they're perfect is because they show you what is possible for you. That's just the truth. You will understand that their business is not your business, and that their emotions and their growth is not your emotions and not your growth. So we have a product-based business, and we have a service-based business. We have a business with a large amount of following, and we have a business with a new amount of following. So imagine, you will find yourself in one of those 4 squares, large to small, product to service. So now you could say there's no excuses for what you want to do in your business, because we're gonna have the full gamut represented. And I hope that you see yourself in their story, and I hope that you see yourself, that your future success is in their current success. So here's what you can expect for the next 3 days. I'm gonna be showing you what worked for them, and then I'm gonna be showing you where they got a little bit stuck. Because what we were able to see only from the pulled back view is what I need to teach upon, and that's what's gonna happen today. And I am going to be diminishing the fear that this won't work for you. I'm gonna be diminishing the fear that you don't know what to do, because you are going to have a very clear plan. And I am going to diminish the idea that you are not smart enough, rich enough, white enough, black enough, wide enough, small enough, old enough, young enough. All of those excuses are gonna go out of the window. I am here to tell you that as you grow your business, you are enough today, perfectly the way that you are.